Hello YouTube, hello Facebook, hello the world overall. My name is Morgan James Does Games, and yeah, I've got a little bit of update for you, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be wonderful. It's gonna be all that fun stuff. So this is going to be a little bit of an update. I know I keep fidgeting with the phone, but I'm like really psyched about this. Let me get out of here. I need to download Fraps. So as you know, I've been working on a game called Quantum Soul for a good couple of weeks now, and I've been posting updates about it, getting you all excited. And yeah, it's gonna be effing fantastic. So one of the things I've been skipping out on so far, because I've been, building up the world, is the equipment, the weapon, armor, and items. Now, the story is all well and good and everything, and I do plan to have like this, making it a full-on RPG. But something was missing. Like I remember seeing that, well, there aren't many weapon types that are going to be, effing awesome. So I got to thinking, well, what would something like that be? And part of that was, spilling water all over myself. Oof. I should probably wash that out. Kind of tastes like, smells like ham. And you don't want ham flavored water. I mean, maybe you do, I'm not sure. It could be something, could not be something. But, drop the bear. Alright. So what I'm going to do in this video is go through some of the weapon types, because I usually do a little bit of world building in the mornings, then I go out, take care of what I need to take care of, and then come back and work on like the database, building things up. So I'm going to go through some of the weapon types, and no, actually I'm going to go through the armor types, because I really do believe that that's going to be the awesomeness of it all, the weapon and equipment types, because I've got a special surprise for y'all. So there's erratic, energy, spiritual, as well as a few others. So right off the bat, erratic, energy, and spiritual. So what does that exactly mean? Well, it plays into the aspect of like, these are light-based armor types. Like they're more for magic defense than they are physical defense. Like erratic, best way I can explain this, you know how in Dragon Ball Z, Goku, when he powers up like and everything else, he has that flare of energy that wraps around him. Well, that's what I'm talking about with erratic. It's just, it doesn't have a shape, it's just all over the place. But in the context of Quantum Soul, it does have a shape. It does have a kind of semi-physical form. Same with energy, and like lightsabers and all that. Energy-based armors provide a bit more protection than erratic, because they have a little bit heavier physical defense. However, your luck is going to be down by like 1 or 2 points. But as well as your defense and your max HP kind of takes a hit as well. I'll be sure to remember all this so I can actually put it in the game. With spiritual, I mean, it's basically your magic defense is like through the roof. I'm gonna put it at like plus 50 for every type, although along with that bonus, there's going to be some negatives, because you have to have balance in the game. So while your physical defense is going to take a hit by 10 or maybe 12 points, your magic defense is going to be through the roof. You're also going to be immune to, you know, states like allure, curse, as well as maybe sometime your MP is going to, you know, regenerate. Tangible is pretty much anything that you can touch, so I don't know why I have that in there. It's kind of that balance between like erratic energy and spiritual, as well as leather, scale, metal, and all that. So it's got a little bit of a slide. So the bonuses are going to be like right here, and the boons or the negative stuff is going to be like right here. So it's not quite balanced, but it's just offset. So you're going to have to, you know, decide what kind of player are you going to be. Are you going to be a player that wants to have like the most badass defense against like magic attacks? Your magic defense is going to be through the roof. You're going to be pretty much immune to almost all status ailments that have to deal with the more mystical side of things. So that's where Tangible's gonna, where the aced is gonna be. The tangible armor type is going to have that balance between physical and magical. So it's not going to be as powerful as the auric energy or spiritual when it comes to like magic defense and what you're immune to, but it will have that bonus of like physical aspects that you that you can't avoid. Like your evasion's going to be up slightly, your luck is going to be up slightly, and all that. Next is atomic. Atomic, hard light, nanomolecular, mecha, and maybe symbiotic. Those types are going to be kind of interesting in a way. I need water. Shit. So with atomic, what comes to mind? It's like nuclear. You're gonna get some atomic energy. You're gonna get things out the wazoo. You're gonna be able to equip, you know, the ion blast type weapons, key blast weapons, nano cloud, as well as elemental stuff. You're gonna be able to shoot fireballs at your ass every time you have yourself a hot dog. Atomic is going to be badass, but at the same time balanced as well. I'll know more once I get everything in the library, because the library is where I'm putting all my ideas. Once I get the core stories for the different storylines for the Circuit of Darkness, the Circuit of Balance, and the Circuit of Light done, then I'll have all that extra space to like write down ideas, because the library is where you're really going to want to spend your time, so that way you can learn the ins and outs of like armor and, you know, all that other fun stuff, as well as some lore that I pop up out of my crazy ass head. Alright, organic and symbiotic are gonna be similar. Organic's like your character is going to like develop an extra thick hide. They're going to be able to recover faster. There's going to be a boost to their agility, to their defense, to their attack. It's not going to do so well against the magical aspect of things. It will, but we're still at the you know, the early stages of armor. There are going to be like 10 levels of armor per each type, so that way you're going to have yourself like a different experience for each time. It's going to be balanced. It's not going to be like, the early game armor was weak and it didn't have that great stats compared to the late game armor. No, each one is going to have early game, mid game, and late game armors and things that you can equip. So if you enjoyed like a specific set of stat boosts in the early game armor sets, then you'll be able to use those later on in the late game. Will the stats be a little bit heavier later on? Maybe, maybe not, but at the same time it's going to be awesome. Leather armor is going to be like basic leather armor. It's gonna help you along. You're not gonna have much trouble against slimes or anything like that. It's just been like, hey, look, leather. So there's not gonna be much in the way of stat boosts or adjustments on that. Light, sorry, I'm jumping ahead. Scale armors are kind of a tougher, more durable version of leather armor. You're gonna get a bonus in defense. Your agility is going to go down a little bit since it's going to be a little bit weightier than leather. But overall you're going to be, with scale, there will be some elemental defense put into it, so I'm like happy about that. Next up is the metal. It's like the ultimate version of leather armor. It's hard, it's light, your luck's gonna take a little hit. However, your both your defense and your magical defense is gonna be just whooped. It will have a weakness to electricity because, you know what, it's metal. Come on, what do you think? Gotta balance it out. Light armor it's pretty much in the same category as erratic, energy, and spiritual. So, but there will be that aspect of it's going to boost your agility. So you're going to like it. Hard light will be a little bit more durable than metal armor. It's going to be a little bit more costlier, but at the same time, you're going to be like, hell yeah, because you're going to be able to shrug off most attacks. Now, the problem being that if, much like metal armor, you're going to have a weakness towards electricity as well as dark attacks, since it is in the same category as light armor. So if someone like hits you with a with darkness 2 or something, sorry, you got all these bonuses, but at the same time your character is going to be like, I'm in the dark, and then someone else is like, well, read the damn book. And so there's going to be something awesome about that. Medium armors are that balance between light and heavy armors. There's not going to be much change in your agility, but there's not going to be much change in your defense. So it's going to be like, yeah, okay. Heavy armors are like for those that want their a few tanks in their party. It's going to absorb a lot of physical damage and a lot of magical damage. Your agility is going to be absolute shit, and enemies are going to target the crap out of your character. So I'll be sure to add in a couple of fun bonuses for tanks, like HP regen and all that. Not too much of it. Then there's the intense armors. The intense armors are going to suck the crap out of your agility. Your luck is going to be absolute shit. Your attack is going to take a hit to your magical attack, is going to take a hit to your luck. I already mentioned luck. But overall, it's gonna be an absolute nightmare in terms of attacks. So you're gonna have one party member that's going to constantly have the enemy's attention, but the bonuses to the intense types armor type is that the HP regen is going to be just fucking through the goddamn roof. I'm talking like it's gonna heal 25% per turn per piece. And it's gonna be something, or up to like 50% per turn, as well as be have a pretty decent resistance against like most physical attacks as well as most magical attacks. For the harder hitting stuff, that stat's going to take a pretty decent hit too. Now, nanomolecular. Oh, Jesus Christ. Now we're reaching into the tech kind of thing. So, nanomolecular armor types are basically nanobots which constantly heal. They're not going to provide much damage, or damage resistance, but they will constantly heal you up. You're going to have a high HP regen stat per turn. I'm gonna make it something like 30%, up to 30%. And that's gonna be pretty interesting how I'm gonna work that out. However, you will have a weakness to lightning. If you're noticing a theme here, it's that did someone? Yes, it's that metal, light, hard light, nanomolecular, and another type which is shortly coming up, are going to have weaknesses to electric attacks, lightning, anything that affects technology in one way or another, or has a natural draw for lightning. It's going to take a hit. However, you will be almost like, you will have a, it's going to be amazing what I'm going to do with that type. Undead, actually focusing a little bit more on nanomolecular armor types. Your agility will be up, your defense will be up, you'll recover quicker. It's pretty much going to make you RoboCop without that weird scene where they just blow them apart, be like, hey, this is all that's left, your hand and your heart and lungs and most of your head. So you're going to be pretty badass. Undead, shit, I think the undead armor type is going to be weird, because while you're wearing undead armor, the way you're gonna want to heal yourself is by poisoning yourself. And because if you heal yourself by using a potion or a high potion, your ass is gonna die really, really fast. It will be weak to cure 2. Anything that heals you is gonna fuck you up. Anything that hurts you is gonna heal you. So come on. Also, there will be a 40% weakness to all gun weapon types. So, or sword types. Basically, your ass is gonna get chewed. However, the thing with the undead armor is, much like nanomolecular, it's also going to have a high high HP regen and MP regen and TP regen. So everything's gonna be balanced. Mecha is exactly what the hell it sounds like. You're gonna have high defense, high attack, high HP, high luck, and high agility. You'll have still a weakness to lightning, and a weakness to fire, but your magic defense is going to be through the roof. So it's not going to be like, aha, I splashed water on your mecha chest, and you're like, no. Let's see, symbiotic. This one is kind of inspired by the Venom movie. So basically, symbiotic is you equip one piece somewhere, anywhere really, and it will seal let's see, there's going to be a clothing, armor, pants, leg armor, boots, and helmet. So equipping any piece of symbiotic armor is going to lock down those other equipment types that I just listed. However, you'll again have a high HP regen, high MP regen, high TP regen, a high a medium MP defense, a medium attack, magic attack, and your luck's gonna take a hit, and it will be weak to fire, poison, and the sound. Yeah, as well as psychic attacks. So there's that. Then there's the Godista and Divinista types. Those will be like end game tier, only available then, because I'm gonna make the stats for those so goddamn high, because there's gonna be an end boss that's gonna be so fucking tough that you're gonna want to equip those types of armors. It will be expensive as hell, but I'll be sure to create an area somewhere in the game that you'll be able to farm for days on end, with a pretty good return on investments. So yeah, but once that battle's over, that weapon type is going to be done. So I mentioned a bunch of different equipment types. That's because there is there is, not including the weapon, oh, look at that. So we've got about 30 different equipment types. And I'll go into the I have to collect my thoughts. I've been yapping for a straight half hour. Let's see, there's the usual. Actually, this is going to be fun because it's going to be dynamic here. So you're going to have not only just the straight up armor, leg armor, boots, and helmet. You're also getting clothing, pants, as well as slots for equipping orbs. Now I'm going to get into orbs as well as other fun things that I've got planned for this game in the next video, because right now I gotta get back to it, and yeah, it's fun. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video all the way through. If you did, cool, because I really am working my ass off on this thing. So here's what I've got so far, if you can see it. So all of that's just, you know, shit I'm working on, because I told you I don't do nothing small. Also, somewhere in the library there might be shoutouts or a shoutout section, so you'll be able to explore them, woohoo, and all that. Maybe I'm still undecided.